many people viewed as like the second coming of Muhammad Ali and Tyson Fury, as the best boxer in the world right now, best heavyweight in recent times, and he's gone and done that to him. So
this is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Frank Smith, Matchroom CEO. He's just booted my tripod. We're here in Monte Carlo ahead of Joe Cordina's world title defence this Saturday against Vazquez, live on DAZN. Frank, how's Monte Carlo treating you?
Lovely, mate, apart from the rain. It doesn't often rain here though, but apart from the rain, it's been beautiful. It's a great place to do an event. We're very proud to be able to put these events on here. You know, it's been 4 years since we were last in Monte Carlo, so to be back here with a massive event, it's great, and it's a prestigious event for us, and one we look forward to continuing for many more years.
Why was Vazquez the opponent you went for Cordina?
Obviously, he was ranked within the IBF ratings. Look, I think you've seen this week he's giving it some. He's coming here confident. He's not coming here to just go in there and take a loss. He wants to go in there. It's his opportunity to change his life. And I think Joe needs that kind of. It's helpful, always helpful in a fight to have someone giving you a bit of that chat, because otherwise you need something to get up for. And I think that's helped this week. But you know, look, I think he's going to give a stern test.
On the undercard, what's your pick?
There's two. I like them all, but there's two reasons for two fights. One is the Ramla Ali Guzman rematch, because the first time round in New Orleans was a tremendous fight to watch, and respect to Ramla Ali going straight back in there in this kind of fight. Secondly, Sivi Nonchashinga, he's one of the most exciting fighters I've ever seen live. I was at his fight when he won the IBF title in Mexico. It was about a year ago now, and I can't wait to. The people who promoted his opponent in the fight in Mexico they've got the opponent for this fight, and they said this will be even better than that one. So we're in for an all-out war there as well.
Frank, we all want to hear your opinion on the Francis Ngannou fight on Saturday night. What were you thinking, first of all, when Fury got knocked down?
Yeah, I mean, shocked when he got knocked down. I think the reality is, you know, not every night you're going to have your best night, is the truth. In high-level sport, that's just the way it is, you know. Especially for boxers, it's different for footballers playing 45 games a year. You can go out 1 week and then they're fighting 2, maybe 3 times a year. You're not always going to have your best night. I think watching it, I'll be honest, no one gave Francis Ngannou. I didn't give Francis Ngannou a chance. I think 99.9% of the world, no matter what they say, didn't. And the truth is because he'd never had a professional fight before. And you can't change from one thing to the other and everyone go, yeah, no. Like, yes, he's tough. He has a big punch, and this is no disrespect, no one gave him that chance before. I don't think. You know, people can turn around now and say, no, I always said. I don't see it. I think the way people, like, could have gone either way, that fight, in my mind. Like, either way, either person could have got. There was many rounds in there where neither of them really did much, and Ngannou did well to stay, you know, sort of hold the centre of the ring for a lot of the fight. But because people were so surprised that Ngannou managed to go 10 rounds and get through it, I think that favoured him a lot more. Like, a lot more people wouldn't, 70-80% of people said he won. But if you're watching it and Ngannou was just another fighter fighting Tyson Fury, I think you could have scored it either way, in my opinion.
Eddie said straight afterwards that Joshua knocks Fury out in 6 rounds. You've always said Joshua knocks Fury out. How many rounds?
I'm not the trainer, but I'll say 4. Look, I think what's so exciting, it means the heavyweight division, there's so many great fights to be made, and they can all beat each other, and it's great. And that's what makes the heavyweight division so exciting, is that they can all go in there and they can all have trouble against each other.
So obviously Eddie said, look, if Francis Ngannou wants to fight Joshua, that's a fight you guys are willing to make. I mean, why can't it just be Wilder?
No, look, there's the Wilder fight there as well, but the Ngannou fight after the performance on Saturday, I think he's one of the commercially biggest fights out there, and he's gone in there against who many people viewed as like the second coming of Muhammad Ali and Tyson Fury, as the best boxer in the world right now, best heavyweight in recent times, and he's gone and done that to him. So if there's someone you want to go and beat right now, it's Francis Ngannou, you know.
So do you think if you guys made that fight, Joshua and Ngannou, fans would be happy, or do you think, boxing fans are hard to please at the best of times, but do you feel like they will be like, well, we want to just see the Wilder fight, or do you think there's a genuine interest for Ngannou Adrian?
I think there'll be a genuine interest. Look, I think people say the other night was bad for boxing. I actually don't think it was, because so many times with these crossover fights, like if it would have gone the way people expected it to go, i.e. Fury goes in there, cleans him out in one round, all these people are tuned in and go, what a load of rubbish. But actually they watched something which was half competitive. So that audience aren't sitting there going, oh, boxing's a load of shit. They're sitting there going, that was entertaining, who can we watch him fight next? AJ's a massive name and Ngannou's now a massive, I think, what's going on? The lights are going off. They just want to get rid of. Oh no, they're back on again. I thought they were trying to get rid of us. I think they're all massive fights, and yeah, you're not going to please everyone. There's going to be X percentage going to say I want to see this fight, X percentage say I want to see this fight. Oh, lights gone off again. Yeah, but I think it's a fight people want to see.
Just a couple more on this. Carl Froch, your old mate, says that his reputation is in tatters after that fight. Are people overreacting, or is that a fair comment?
I think you have to be willing, when you talk as much as Tyson Fury does, you have to be willing to take the backlash when things like that happen. It's just the truth of it. And a lot of people now think he's not what we said he was. A lot of people said he was, like I say, the second coming of, the world's best heavyweight, etc., all this stuff. So when you have a performance like that, people are going to then change their tune. And like I say, the reality is, in boxing, heavyweight boxing especially, they can all beat each other, they can all have good nights, they can all have bad nights. And he showed that he's just like everyone else and can have a bad night. And that's not taking anything away from Francis Ngannou, but Tyson Fury wasn't his best in there. But it just shows they're all human. They can all beat each other, which is good. It's exciting.
And then just the last couple, it was announced today that Sol Dacres has signed with Frank Warren. What was the situation there contractually? Did he come to the end, or why didn't he re-sign if he was at the end?
Yeah, look, he would have re-signed with us. I think we made a decision that, he got a great offer. He got a great offer, and fair play, good luck to him. I like Sol Dacres and the team a lot, so we're not we're not standing in the way of people taking massive offers. And I think it was the right time for us to split ways. But yeah, good luck to Sol Dacres, and I'm sure from both sides we could have carried on working with each other. But fair play to him with a great offer, and he's got a good few years ahead of him.
And then Ben and Eubank, has Saturday night changed your mind on the date? Could we see that December 23rd or not? I
think very unlikely. Look, I think the reality is 7 weeks away now, December 23rd, for a fight of that. It could get done, but there's still work happening. There's still a lot of back and forth on a few bits and pieces. So, very unlikely.
And there was one other thing I was going to ask you, but it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind, so we'll just leave it there.
That was a good question. Yeah, slipping minds is always good, and I think we should talk about slipping minds more often.
Let's do it. Frank, appreciate your time here in Monaco, and catch up soon, mate.
Good to see you, mate.